Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Hunt, Chief Executive of the Professions Independent Charity, Pharmacist Support. I'm absolutely delighted to be joining you today to tell you a little bit about the work of the charity and the support we can provide. We've been around for some time, so hopefully you've heard of us before. We're actually established by the Royal Pharmaceutical Society of Great Britain all the way back in 1841. So we spent nearly 180 years supporting members of our pharmacy family through difficult times. Um, Back in 2006, we actually became an independent charity, and that's allowed us to develop a broader range of support for pharmacists throughout their journey, right from being students and trainees as a working pharmacist through to retirement. Membership of any organisation is not required to access our support, so hopefully you can be reassured that we are here for you, whether that's to provide advice, guidance, or merely a supportive listening ear. Now, we're really keen that the charity remains relevant and addresses your needs. So in 2019, ahead of the development of our new 5-year strategy, the charity actually undertook some market research. You may have responded to our market research, and if you did, thank you, because it really helped guide the development of our strategy. We really wanted to ensure that we understood the needs and the issues affecting you and in the profession today, so that we could continue to support you and develop services that remained relevant and useful. I think what came across really strongly in the research from students, trainees, and working pharmacists alike was the need to support with work life balance, with managing stress, and managing well-being. As you can see from the slide, a big concern for us was that 71% of respondents told us that they felt poor mental health was a key issue affecting the profession today. And this is something we really wanted to focus on and will continue to focus on to develop support in this area. The feedback gave us a really clear steer of the role that we felt you wanted to see us as a charity carry out. Our real focus now is well-being. So as you can see from our new vision, we want no one in our pharmacy family to face challenging times without us by their side. And we really want to champion the well-being of our pharmacy family, and that's our new mission. And well-being is really embedded in our everyday activity. We do really put people first. We want to empower people to make positive change in their own life, to really fulfill our aspiration for a really resilient, empowered pharmacy workforce. For us, our values are really important because it really guides our charity activity. And for you, in terms of support, if you do reach out to us, I think you can see you will be treated in a compassionate and empathetic way. You will be treated fairly and without judgment. And just to reassure you that our services are completely confidential and independent, so it does give you that safety net if you do need to reach out to us. We do believe in better, and we really hope that comes across in the services we provide. We want to make such a positive impact as a charity on the profession today. So I mentioned our free and confidential services that we have and continue to develop. Really, our services help to alleviate some of the stresses and pressures, and that's what we want them to do. I mentioned a number of times now, free and confidential, because I think that's really important as a place for people to go. If you look at some of the services we have available, we do have an information inquiry service. We have a specialist advice service. So this supports people with advice on debt, benefit, and employment law. We have an addiction service. This supports on a range of addiction issues, whether that be dependency on alcohol and drugs, but also other issues such as eating disorders and gambling. We do provide financial assistance. This may be to help with a one-off cost, to support mental or physical quality of life. We do support people on low income, and we do help with costs associated with people looking to return to the register. We have a peer-to-peer listening service called Listening Friends, and this is staffed by volunteer pharmacists. So this provides a listening ear if you want to talk through a particular problem or stressful issue. And finally, we have our Wardley Wellbeing Service. So this consists of a range of workshops and proactive online resources to support you to prioritise your wellbeing. And this is the area we will be developing further as the years go on, and is a big part of our strategic development. And I think it's always really important to share what our service users think about our services. And hopefully, this gives you a bit of a flavour of the impact our services have had and why people sometimes contact us. So, this is feedback from a listening friends service user. And, you know, at the beginning, they say, I couldn't believe how a chat with someone within the same profession could help. And we get that quite a lot. I think the fact that our listening friends are all pharmacists or retired pharmacists and really understand the issues that working in the profession you might face, being able to just talk through that issue, talking is a really powerful thing to do, and this service is always really well received. This is from a grant recipient. Often people end up in unexpected financial difficulty. Unplanned things can happen, and we all know that. And sometimes people don't know where to start. So I mentioned our specialist advice service. We do provide support in kind of claiming benefits, but we also issue our own grants. So if you do end up in a position where you do need that extra support, you can put in a grant application to us, and we will talk you through that process. And I think from this quote, you can see that we do, support you along the way, and we make it as easy as we can. Now, I do just want to touch on our Act Now campaign. So, here at Pharmacist Support, we're really focused on being here for you. We know as a profession, you're always there for everybody else, and it's easy to sometimes put yourself second and focus on patients and others. So, in 2020, the charity launched the first major wellbeing campaign that we've ever done called Act Now. And Act Now was very much focused on raising awareness of the issues impacting pharmacists and helping them to develop tools to kind of support their well-being. Act Now is all about taking action. So it's about allowing time for well-being, considering needs of colleagues and your team, and then taking action to do something about it. What was really nice about the campaign was that we have the Wardley WellBeing Hub, and we launched this at the same time as a campaign. We had a really great reaction to the campaign, and we have decided to run the campaign annually. So that will be coming up in autumn for pharmacists and their teams. And backed up for the campaign is this Wardley WellBeing Hub. And I just want to share this because it's on the screen now. A big part of the campaign was sharing stories, because we're really keen to reduce the stigma in talking about poor mental health and issues that affect well-being. And I think it's a really powerful thing for people to share their stories and their challenges, but also for people to share how they've overcome that and some of the coping mechanisms they've used. A really nice piece of feedback from the campaign was that somebody said they felt less alone by being part of the campaign. And that just shows how the storytelling element was really important for us. But also the campaign's all about taking action. So we want to support you and your teams to take action. So as you can see on the screen now, we've got a range of resources available on this hub. We've got learning modules, fact sheets, videos, printable posters and resources that you can print off and put in the staff room. As I said, we've got the stories, which has been a really important element. And we do split the summer resources into topics to really allow you to delve into some of the topic areas. So as you can see there, we've got kind of a tackling stress and an overcoming anxiety area. And I think it's really important to help us overcome anxiety or to tackle stress, to have a little bit of an understanding of some of the drivers, understanding what the signs and symptoms are, and then giving practical tips and techniques to deal with that. We've also got other resources just focused on genuinely helping manage well-being, whether that's taking better care of ourselves, giving tips on things like practicing mindfulness to help relaxation, And if you are really interested in this resource, it's all held online, so you can access it through the website I'm showing you there. All the resources are free, freely accessible to pharmacists and your team, so it might be something you want to share. Now, I am going to do a shameless plug, I'm afraid, because we are an independent charity and we do rely heavily on donations from both individuals and from organisations to support our great work. We really encourage people, if they can, to get involved in Team Green, and Team Green is just our year-long fundraising campaign. Like other charities, it's always a struggle, and we're having to find new ways to generate income, because we always have increasing demand. If you are in a position to do so, you can donate directly to the charity and you can become a regular donor. You can also fundraise for us, and quite a lot of people fundraise for us through challenges. So if you are particularly sporty, people take part in hiking, walking and cycling challenges. If you're less sporty like me, you might be more comfortable hosting a bake sale or doing some sort of other fundraising activity. We do provide support for this. So if you are interested in fundraising for us, you can have a look on our website, or you can sign up to our fundraising e-news, which will give you some tips and support to do that. If you are interested in donating to us, you can go onto our website. At the end, I'll share a text donate code that we have. So if you just want to donate to us instantly, you can. There's also other ways you can support the charity through volunteering. So we do have volunteer opportunities. You could simply share your story if you have been a service user, to feedback to us, and most importantly, to just tell people about the charity. I've told you a little bit about the charity today, for you to just help us raise awareness, because the more people that know about the charity, the more people we can potentially help. So finally, I'll just leave you with our contact details. So if you do need to access our free and confidential support, you can contact us between the hours of 9 and 5 in weekdays via our phone line, or you could drop us an email. There's lots of information on our website. And if you follow us on the social channels, we update regularly on tips and changes. A key way to keep involved is to sign up to our e-news, and you can do that by going on the website. If you sign up to our e-news, you'll get regular updates on what's going on at the charity, any new services that we're launching. You can get tips for your well-being. So that's a good way to keep in touch. And as I said, we do have a text donate code if you do want to donate to us. But I will leave it there. So really thank you for listening. And if you need us at all, please get in contact. Thank you.